thank you for joining Bee Reads again. Let's see. Today's winner for books we read are, I'm so nervous, hold on. Mary Had a Little Ham and Pig the Star! Yay! Oh, today's theme is star, being a star, being more, being bigger, whether it's on the stage or behind the camera. First book is Mary Had a Little Ham by Margie Palatini. My mom got me this book. Apparently I'm her little ham. Guys, there are lots of barnyard puns in this book, so see if you can find them all. It's fun. Mary had a little lamb. Wrong. That's right. Hold on to your woolies. There was a boo-boo with the baba. The old goose lady got her tails mixed up. What Mary had was a little ham, a corker of a porker. Stanley was the last in the litter of the Snatowski brood. He was quite handsome, very pink, and extremely talented. Mary knew Stanley had that special something right from his very first oink. He was not one of those little piggies that went to market. No. Nor was he one of those little piggies that just stayed home. He did not pig out, ever. In fact, he was a little piggy that rarely ate roast beef. And Stanley, as wee as he was, certainly was no crybaby. No. Stanley was an actor. In fact, he was a regular little ham. He could make him laugh. He could make them cry. And wow, could those little pigs' feet hoof it. Stanley could do it all. He was very versatile. Mary was Stanley's biggest fan. "Stanley Snatowski, you're wonderful," she would say. She was his best audience. "Bravo, Stanley, bravo!" she would applaud. And Mary always told him she thought he was the most talented pig she had ever met. "Stanley, you are the most talented pig I've ever met." The two became inseparable best friends. Everywhere that Mary went, Stanley was sure to go. It wasn't too surprising when he followed her to school one day. Yes, he knew it was against the rules, but he wanted to make the children laugh at his new play. They did. "We love Stanley," they all squealed, swooning over the little swine. Well, Mary knew that with that kind of talent, there was no keeping Stanley down on the farm just doing summer stock. No doubt about it. The little pig was headed for the bright lights of Broadway. The two friends promised to write and always keep in touch. Mary kissed him on the snout for good luck. "Remember, Stanley," she said as they both waved their tearful goodbyes, "you're leaving here a pig, but you'll be coming back a star." He's in a truck. It says New York or bust. Stanley went to 42 cattle calls the very first week in the city. There were hundreds of hams just like Stanley at those auditions, all hoping to land their first pig part in the theater. But the directors were not interested in Stanley or his talent. Before he had even had a chance to finish singing, he would be ushered to the exit. Me, too short, next. And la, too chubby, next. And again, fa la, lose the honk of a nose. Change the name. Next. What? "You're boring me, kid." Boring. With little success, After much rejection, Stanley began to doubt himself and his talent. All the barnyard costumes. He wrote to Mary, "Am I really too short? Should I shed a few pounds? Could I spare a few ribs?" He pondered his portly profile in the mirror and waited to hear from his friend. Of course, Mary wrote back immediately. "Nonsense! Pig slop!" Mary was right, thought Stanley. He was a fine-looking hunk of pork. A bit stocky, perhaps, but nonetheless handsome, pink, proud. Change his snout? Never. Switch his moniker to the likes of Hamilton or Bacon? No siree. It would be Snatowski up in the lights on the marquee for all to see. Right there and then it seemed impossible, improbable. Then Stanley thought of Mary. She believed in him. "I believe in me too," the little pig sang out. Stanley had a feeling way down, deep inside, he was going to make it no matter what. It was going to mean hard work, lots of determination, and probably some luck. But he was going to do it. However, pig parts were few and far between. Oh, yes, Stanley did get a small part here, and he managed to get his pig's foot in the door there. But while waiting for that big break, Stanley, like a lot of actors, had to bring home the bacon by working as a part-time taxi driver and singing waiter. Days passed into weeks. Weeks passed into months. Then more months. Yes, people knew the name Stanley Snatowski. Unfortunately, the only place they knew it from was the restaurant. "Snatowski! Burgers and fries for table 4 and make it snappy!" Back on the farm, Stanley was still in Mary's thoughts. She kept saving her pennies for the day when she knew she would see her little ham starring on Broadway. And she wrote him once a week, always with an encouraging message. "Just remember, Stanley, sing out, you can do it." There's at the restaurant. There's Mary with her letters. "I can do it," Stanley said aloud one day while driving his taxi. "I will do it!" Then, just at that moment, who should hail his cab on the corner of Central Park South and 5th Avenue but none other than the famous Broadway producers Hoggers and Hammerswine. "Take us to 42nd Street Theater, my portly young pig," said Hoggers as he and Hammerswine climbed into Stanley's cab. Ooh. With the meter ticking and his heart beating and the letter from Mary by his side, Stanley got into gear, got up his gumption, and sang out with gusto, "Ride to the avenue, I'll take you to 42nd Street, yeah!" Hoggers looked at Hammerswine. Hammerswine looked at Hoggers. He's spectacular," declared Hammerswine to Hoggers. He's outstanding," declared Hoggers to Hammerswine. By the time the taxi got to Times Square and Stanley had sung an overture in 3 choruses, the producers wanted them for their new Broadway show. Stanley became an overnight success. His name was up in lights. Critics raved. Anyone was talking about Stanley Snatowski. He was a smash in South Pacific. And he was box office boffo in The Pig and I. He did it, they cheered him in Pygmalion. Stanley even won Best Actor of the Year award for his role in the famous play Pork Chop on a Hot Tin Plate. And then he got the piggest part of his entire career, the lead in Hamlet. Just wanted to show you guys some of these. He was in Amadeus, The Loin King. There's South Pacific. Oink, Lahoma, Beauty and the Bacon. However, Stanley wondered if he could really cut the mustard in one of Shakespeare's classics. Opening night, backstage, alone in his dressing room, Stanley put on his grease paint and worried. He put on his costume and worried. He waited for his cue and worried. Stanley had a belly full of butterflies. Could he really do it? He wasn't at all sure the show should go on. And then he read the note that Mary had sent to his dressing room. Dear Stanley, the world is your stage. You can do it! Your friend Mary. There was a knock on his door. You're on, Mr. Snatowski. Break a leg. Stanley put the note in his pocket. He waited in the wings. The house lights dimmed. The curtain went up. He made his entrance. The spotlight was on him. The audience was breathless. To oink or not to oink? That is the question. Bravo! 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 The applause was thunderous. The cheers were deafening. What a talent! What an actor! What a pig! Roared the audience. Stanley took a bow. He was a triumph, an absolute sensation. And Mary is sitting in the balcony to see it all. She smiled. Yes, she had always known that her Stanley had the talent, that something special. She wasn't surprised, not one bit. After all, she had known all along that her little pig was a born ham. And that's no baloney. Oh, love that book. Now, what you guys didn't know is that with our Pig the Star book, it's a Pig the Pug by Aaron Blabey, we have a guest star here today. He stopped by. He's still keeping his social distance, but come on up. Why don't you say hi to everybody? Check it out, folks. Look who is here. Come in here. Come over. I have in the studio at my house, Pig the Pug. Say hi. All right, well, we're going to tell a little story about you, okay? Okay, go sit down. He might come back later. We'll see. Oh, I love Pig the Pug. I love Aaron Blabey books. He's such, oh, he's so naughty, but I love him. Pig the Star. Ooh, here we go. Doggy Star's pet photography. Priceless memories at a low, low price. Photo shoot call sheet on set 9 a.m. Star number 1, Pig, Pug. Star number 2, Trevor, Dachshund. Oh, no, it's been crossed out. Pig, 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 pig. Pig was a pug, and I am sorry to say, he just loved attention. He'd show off all the day. He'd shout, "Look at me! I'm the best! I am a star!" But then came the day that he took it too far. Yes, Trevor and Pig had a big photo shoot. They wore little costumes. They looked really cute. Isn't this fun? Giggled Trevor with glee. But Pig pushed right past him and yelled, "Look at me! Aren't I just fabulous? Aren't I divine? Now back off, salami! These costumes are mine!" Yes, Pig ruled the photos. He hogged every shot. He whispered to Trevor, "I'm in and you're not." And under the lights, as the camera went snap, Pig felt like a rock star. and started to rap. Yo, I'm a star, y'all. Yeah, dog, I'm the best. Now, get me a donut, you sausage-shaped pest. But then something happened that changed the whole shoot. The man with the camera said, oh, that dog is cute. Wow, Trevor's a star, the photographer said. Pig couldn't believe it. And then he saw red. He shrieked, I am the star. And he knocked Trevor flat. Trev bumped into the rocket, and the rocket went splat. Who splatted under the rocket? These days it's different, and I'm happy to say Pig's dreadful antics have all gone away. He's not such a show-off. He's not such a swine. And although it annoys him, he lets Trevor shine. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us again for Star, Miss B. Reads. Let's say goodbye to our special guest. Pig. Look, he looks like he's all healed up. He'll probably join us again. He likes to come by and visit. All right, you have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.